All right, guys, let's talk about defense, particularly the roundhouse to the legs and the roundhouse to the body. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First of all, when we're protecting against the roundhouse kick to the leg, what our opponent is looking to do is they're looking to plant their shin right into our thigh. So all we need to do is slightly lift up our front leg and meet their shin with our shin. But we're not just lifting up the leg. There are a couple things that we need to do and make sure happens. So the first thing that we want to do is when we're lifting up the leg, we want to make sure that the bend in our leg, that means the bend that's happening at our knee, is not greater than 90 degrees. So it means don't bend your leg like this. The kick is just going to go through that leg and hit you in the back leg. We want to bend the leg slightly greater than 90 degrees, and all that requires you to do is to put the weight on your back leg and lift it up. Boom. The next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that when we're lifting the leg up, we don't just lift it straight up. We lift it up to an angle. So it looks like this. And we're just imagining they're kicking us with their left roundhouse kick, and I'm protecting, in this situation, I'm protecting from a southpaw stance with my right leg. So I lift my leg up and I face it toward the same leg, like that. Boom, just like that. So the bend needs to be slightly greater than 90 degrees. I need to point my leg toward my front leg, like that. And I also need to point my foot up. If you look at my foot, point it up. What that does is that flexes the muscle in my shin, makes it tight so it can absorb the blow. So again, foot starting off slightly facing my opponent. I lift the leg, and obviously, of course, we don't drop our hands when we do this, keeping our hands up. I lift the leg slightly greater than 90 degrees. I point the foot up, point the toes up to flex that muscle in our shin, and I point the leg toward the front leg. So it looks like this. Boom, just like that. Just slightly lifting up the leg. Bam. Remember, we're just trying to stop them from kicking our thigh. Now, if they kick with the other leg, all we're going to do is do the same thing, but point it this way. So we can, and we have a few options here. I can lift, boom, and point it that way and meet their kick with my own leg, or easier, just point the foot, keep the foot on the ground and point the knee to the kick. Boom, like that. Boom, like that. So if the kick is coming from their left leg, I go outward. If the kick is coming from their right leg, I go inward, or I point the knee to the kick. Next one is our kicks to the body. When they're kicking to the body, they're trying to kick in our midsection area, our stomach area. What we want to do is keep our hands up, of course. Now, to break it down in a way that's easy to understand, our hands, so if they're kicking with their right leg and they're kicking to my left, this hand is going to be our main line of defense. So it comes up here, flexes hard. The other hand goes across, and I'm hitting with the palm of my hand. I'm meeting their kick. Boom, just like that. The hand comes slightly above the elbow down, and then it pushes slightly past that forearm. Boom, like that. We want to be careful that we don't over swat. I don't want to be pushing this way and pushing that way. It just needs to go slightly past that forearm. Boom, hitting with the palm of our hand. So this hand comes up to protect. This hand goes down right above the elbow, and it pushes slightly past the forearm. And then when we go to the other side, if they're kicking to our right, this hand comes up to protect. This hand goes down, boom, and we slightly move ourselves in the direction of the kick and meeting that kick with some force of our own to take some steam off of the kick. So if they're kicking with their right leg, hand up, left hand up, right hand comes down slightly above the elbow, palm pushes past the elbow like that. If they are kicking with their left leg, right hand comes up nice and tight. This hand comes down, our left hand comes down slightly above the elbow. We boom, push past the elbow and take some steam off of that kick. But you guys got to remember, when we're talking about defense, defense is not necessarily about not getting hit. Defense is about how to get hit. If we step into a boxing, kickboxing fight, expecting not to get hit, we're in for a rude awakening. We will get hit, but the idea is to get hit in a way that causes minimal damage. So we're looking to not avoid getting hit, we're looking to absorb the blow. All right, guys, hopefully that was something useful for you. We'll catch you next time. Coach Sully, Reps and Sweat, Martial Arts and Fitness. Let's get it.